Hello, good morning everyone. So we have finished one chapter, inheritance and the interfaces. I gave you few homeworks as well as assignments. I hope you all have completed it and tried in your computer. So today I am planning to begin another one chapter, which is the last chapter in your syllabus, the complexity. So in this chapter we are going to see what is computational complexity, or what does the term complexity mean, or how do we calculate the complexity of an algorithm of a program by using the different factors. See, when we are writing a program or when we are going for any thing in today's world, first of all we will think about the speed of it. See, we say if you are going to buy a computer, we will think about what is the capacity of the hard disk, what about its speed, what is the RAM, or how much RAM is there, which operating system is there, etc. Or otherwise we can say, whenever you are going to buy a four-wheeler or two-wheeler, the first thing we consider is how long it will take to reach the speed of 100. In how many seconds we will reach the speed of 100. So that is a big consideration in today's world. See, mode of conveyance. See, whenever we are thinking about the mode of conveyance, you want to travel from our Mirzapur to Varanasi. In olden days, we had the conveyance like bullock cart, then ghoda gadi, what is that, thonga, or even autos, buses, trains, or in the near future you will be having aeroplanes too. So first of all we will think that in those olden days whenever the bullock carts were there, to reach Varanasi it takes the time in hours, maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, like that. So later on we had the horse cart. Then the time was reduced much. Then people preferred the horse cart. Later on we had the vehicles. Again we have the train. The concern to travel on a particular conveyance is about our speed. See, in today's world, the most important thing we consider is speed. Suppose you want to travel from here to Delhi. People prefer flights rather than using the trains or the buses. Because by flight, if you reach Delhi, we will reach in 1 hour, less than 1 hour. So those all concepts are considered in the current chapter. So first thing we are going to see about the algorithm, the program's performance. The program's performance is mainly considering two facts. One is the internal factors and the other one is the external factors. Internal factors are the factors such as time required or the space required. Time, how much time is required to execute a program, or how much memory is required to execute a program. Again, the external factors are there. In the external factors, we will consider about the volume of data which we have to process. Again, speed of the computer, the quality of the compiler, etc. So these points what I told right now are the external factors. But when we consider about the program's performance, the algorithm's performance, we give more importance to the speed as well as the time. That means the internal factors. Okay, now we proceed to complexity. What is complexity? Complexity refers to the measure of performance of an algorithm. Means a program can be written in many ways. And the program which is executing in less time with less resources will be preferred. See, if a program is given to you and a fellow is solving it by 100 lines, will be having higher complexity than the program which is written with a less number of steps. So definitely, you know, we will consider the program as the best one which is having less number of steps. That means it is executing in lesser time. Okay, again, the computation is a paradigm of the modern science. Then computation involves the problems to be solved and the algorithms to solve them. The resources which we are using in the computer are generally the time and the space, memory, how much is required. You know, as I said earlier, in today's world we consider the time as the most important thing. So when the program is taking lesser time to execute, we say that program is efficient than the other one which is using more time. Okay, I think you got the point. Now, how do we estimate the complexity of algorithm? The complexity of the algorithm is measured in two ways. One is the amount of space required, that is the input size, and second one, the time taken to execute. Okay, now when we are having these 2 points in our mind, we are going to think about one particular term, big O notation. What is big O notation to calculate the complexity? In big O notation, it is considering about the growth rate of the program, about the input size. The growth rate determines the algorithm's performance when the input size grows. Though big O, the upper bound of our algorithm's performance is specified when we say the algorithm is having O(n) square time. This means algorithm will carry out task. The algorithm will carry out task taking the maximum n square steps for an input size of capital N. Okay, about this I will give you a note, or you may open the textbook and see that paragraph which is written there. Okay, this big O notation is useful when we are comparing the performance of two or more algorithms with a large size. The big O notation is very useful for comparing the performance of two or more algorithms. Suppose when we are comparing about O(n) square and O to the power n when we are keeping two concepts in the mind. One is the O(n) square and the second one is 2 to the power n. When n square is there, we have a marginal complexity compared to 2 to the power n. You can see in your page 661 in the textbook. It is mentioned there with the help of a table. There you can see n square is written on one row. Second one it is written 2 to the power n. So when 2 to the power n is used there, that complexity goes to a huge number. That means when the input size is growing, the complexity goes beyond our expectation. So in that case we can say we prefer the O(n) square. That is, according to the complexity, when we have the O(n) square as the complexity, that algorithm is performing better than the 2 to the power n. Yes.